Okay, having a look at question 16 from the 2024 Tech Active paper for maths methods. So at council meetings in particular town, new proposals are only discussed if more than 80% of the community are in favour of the proposal. To discover community opinion on new bus route, the council conducted several surveys, each with a sample size of 120. So our n is equal to 120. The distribution of the sample proportions from the surveys had a standard deviation of 0.04. Make a justified decision as to whether the new bus route proposal would be discussed as a council meeting. So we want to work out what the sample proportion is, or the p-value there. So we know it has to be greater than 0.8. So we're going to solve that using our rule. So our standard deviation is equal to the square root of p outside of 1 take p over n. So we have everything except the p. That's what we're going to solve for. So our standard deviation is 0.04. The square root of p outside of 1 take p over, and we've got 120 as our n. So first step, square that, 0.016. P outside of 1 take p over 120. Multiply through by 120, we get 0.192. Is p outside of 1 take p. So we can write that as p take p squared is 0.192. Now you could take that over to the other side and make it 0 equals that. I'm just going to graph that as it is. So put the two values in, or the two equations in to my y equals. So I'm going to have x minus x squared, and then I'm going to have 0.192 as the other graph. So when I graph that, I'm going to have to change my window. And still can go a little bit smaller there. Okay, there's my graph, and I've got the two values there that I can see on the graph. So I'm going to do my second trace, intersect, see which one it finds first. So the first one it's found is x equals 0.74, and then put my trace on. I can take that to the other one. And once I've got it on there, I can do that second trace 5 again, and that gets me 0.259. So that means that the P must be equal to 74% or 25%. Now we are comparing that to, is it greater than 80%? So therefore, not reasonable, or it won't be discussed because it is lower than 80%.